I used to think that in order to become the person that I ultimately wanted to be, I had to become someone completely new, completely different that I had never been before. And there is some truth to that. But I have also come to learn that who I want to be has a lot more in common with who I was as a child and cultivating the things that I enjoyed back then that just got buried somewhere along the way. And a lot of it is coming back to that. And as a child, you knew exactly what you wanted and often had no trouble telling people about it because children can be brutally honest sometimes. But you already were someone, even though you were in a process of becoming. You had your interests, you had things that you liked and things that you disliked. But it doesn't take long before we start being trained into being good rather than being true, and we learn to conform for approval. And that makes sense. Early on we had to depend on other people for our survival. We needed our parents to feed us and take us places and to love us and support us. And as adults, we don't need that in quite the same way. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great if you have it, but we don't need that same level of approval from others. And now we also get the opportunity to develop that level of approval for ourselves, something that we never actually were taught how to do or were encouraged to do or even knew that we should be doing at that point. I had quite a shock leaving full-time education because up until that point, and I think it's the same for a lot of people, I had a path to follow that was sort of preemptively laid out for me. I didn't have to do too much choosing. It was just doing your homework, revising for your exams, passing your exams, going to university, all of these things. And that was great to have that structure until it's no longer there and you're out in the world on your own. I think of it a bit like having a dirty pint in a drinking game. You are drinking a mix of everyone else's favourite drink, everyone else's preferences getting poured into the same cup. And if you are the one who ends up swallowing that, literally or metaphorically, it's gonna taste disgusting and you're probably gonna end up pretty sick as a result. So don't be a dirty pint. Don't even be a lukewarm tap water. Be your own premium brand of sparkling rosé or a freshly squeezed orange juice. If you are ready to pour out what doesn't work and refill with what does, that is the work that we do inside the Rediscovery channel. You can tap the link below to find out more and join us.